very good evening to all of you, residents of Jalan Besar. How are you doing? Okay? To all those in the flats, thank you very much for listening to our rally tonight. Allow me first to begin in Malay. Pada malam ini kita berkumpul dengan semangat perpaduan yang sangat tinggi. Lusa kita akan keluar mengundi. Siapa yang anda pilih akan menentukan masa depan kita semua. Dengan cabaran di hari muka yang semakin kompleks dan mencabar, Singapura memerlukan barisan pemimpin yang cekal, cekap, berwibawa, amanah dan bersemangat untuk memperjuangkan nasib rakyat. Dari itu, anda harus membuat pilihan yang tepat supaya kita tidak mensia-siakan masa depan kita dan masa depan anak-anak dan cucu-cucu kita. Kita semua sayangkan Singapura kerana inilah tanah air kita, tanah tumpah darah kita. Rata-rata, mutu hidup kita semua meningkat maju dari satu generasi ke generasi seterusnya. Kita hidup makmur dalam masyarakat majmuk yang bersandarkan prinsip meritokrasi. Semua rakyat diberi peluang adil dan seksama untuk maju dalam kehidupan. Banyak sekali kisah orang Melayu yang berjaya sepanjang 50 tahun lalu. Di bawah pembimbingan pemerintah PAP sepanjang 50 tahun lalu, kejayaan yang dicatat masyarakat Melayu Islam Singapura begitu ketara. Izinkan saya berkongsi contoh-contoh berikut. Di bidang pendidikan, lebih ramai anak Melayu cemerlang di peperiksaan nasional dan melanjutkan pelajaran ke institusi pos menengah termasuk para pelajar madrasah kita. Lebih ramai pelajar Melayu menenangi anugerah berprestij seperti beasiswa Presiden dan beasiswa Perkhidmatan Awam atau PSC Scholarship, dan hampir 15,000 pelajar telah memanfaatkan subsidi yuran tuition pengajian tinggi atau TTFS. Pada 2014, hampir 10,000 pelajar mengikuti skim tuition mendaki. Jumlah anak-anak kita yang berjaya di bidang bukan akademik juga sangat memberangsangkan. Tiada siapa akan menafikan bahawa pendidikan adalah mustahak. Kerana itu saya dan para anggota Parlimen Melayu PAP berusaha menumbuhkan dana amanah pendidikan atau Education Trust Fund yang dijagai oleh Yayasan Mendaki. Jumlah ETF yang terkumpul kini ialah $12 juta khusus untuk bantuan keuangan pendidikan anak-anak kita dari prasekolah hingga ke peringkat menengah. Di bidang sosial, lebih ramai pasangan yang bermasalah dibantu dan rumah tangga mereka diselamatkan. Seperti rakyat Singapura lain, ramai keluarga Melayu memiliki flat mereka sendiri. Tetapi bagi mereka yang bergaji rendah ataupun bermasalah dan menghuni di flat sewa, skim baru, Fresh Start Housing akan membantu mereka memiliki flat sendiri agar mereka dapat menyediakan sekitaran yang lebih baik untuk anak-anak mereka dan keluar dari lingkaran kemiskinan. Dari segi ekonomi, secara amnya, ekonomi keluarga Melayu semakin mantap dengan jumlah PMET dan golongan pertengahan semakin ketara. Skim Skills Future memberi para pelajar dan golongan pekerja peluang untuk mempertingkatkan kemahiran agar lebih berdaya saing dan boleh merebut lebih banyak peluang di tempat kerja. Dan bagi kehidupan beragama kita, sejak tahun 1975, kita telah sama-sama berjaya membina 24 masjid moden. Ini tercapai hasil sumbangan masyarakat Islam yang mencecah $180 juta menerusi skim Dana Pembinaan Masjid atau MBF. Dan lagi 39 masjid pula telah dipertingkatkan. Masjid-masjid kita kini lebih luas dan mempunyai ruang untuk menjalankan pelbagai aktiviti. Pendek kata, keperluan keagamaan kita terpelihara. Masjid tersergam indah. Ibadah haji dan korban diurus dengan baik. Malah pendidikan Islam kekal relevan mengikut konteks kehidupan yang semakin kompleks dan sentiasa berubah. Dari segi pembangunan masyarakat dengan ekonomi keluarga yang semakin kukuh dan kepercayaan kepada urus takbir muiz, tidak hairanlah kita jika pungutan zakat semakin meningkat. Kutipan tertinggi sebanyak $31.4 juta pada tahun lalu, naik 10% berbandingkan tahun sebelumnya. Lebih ramai keluarga bergaji rendah telah dibantu untuk berdikari melalui wang zakat. Sebahagian yang dulu dibantu kini menyumbang kembali kepada masyarakat. Satu perkembangan yang saya sangat bangga dan syabas. Hartanah wakaf kita pula diperkembangkan secara inovatif agar mendapat pulangan yang lebih sihat demi manfaat masyarakat. Lebih dari itu, masyarakat Islam Singapura semakin terkenal dengan budi bicara dan sifat ihsan kita. Pergerakan Rahmatan Lil Alamin atau RLA yang bermatlamat untuk menyebarkan rahmat ke sekalian alam semakin sebati dengan kita. Diam tak diam, sejak 2005, sejumlah 4 juta dolar telah dikumpulkan menerusi pungutan khas pada hari Jumaat di masjid-masjid untuk bantuan kemanusiaan. Ini saudara-saudara sekalian adalah bukti bahawa masyarakat Melayu Islam kita adalah satu kaum yang maju dan yakin diri, namun kaya dengan sifat ihsan dan berbudi luhur. Anda mungkin sudah pun dengar apa yang saya baru kongsi ini, tetapi mungkin anda sudah lupa kerana yang menarik perhatian kita pastinya komen-komen sensasi, tuduhan, melulu atau fitnah, bukan kemajuan masyarakat walaupun dia berita baik. Kerja keras dan tekun berusaha bukan sesuatu yang glamour, tetapi inilah yang menjadi prinsip saya dan rakan-rakan AP Melayu PAP saya setiap masa, tidak kira berapa sukar cabaran yang kami hadapi. Data-data yang saya bentangkan tentang pencapaian masyarakat Melayu Islam meyakinkan saya dan rakan-rakan PAP saya bahawa kami telah bergerak di landasan yang betul. Namun, tugas kami belum selesai. Ia sesuatu yang berterusan. Saya dan rakan-rakan PAP sentiasa berusaha mendapatkan maklum balas dari masyarakat, misalnya melalui syuara mesyuara. Dari situ, kami lakarkan plan bertindak. Kini kita mempunyai 6 pusat satelit dikendalikan Mendaki untuk membantu lebih ramai orang Melayu kita. Saya mengucapkan tertinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada rakan-rakan seperjuangan kami, iaitu agensi-agensi dan badan-badan Melayu Islam yang bekerja sama dan memberi sokongan padu demi memacau kejayaan masyarakat Melayu Islam kita. Dan saya yakin kami harus teruskan perjuangan kami walaupun kadang-kala kami disalah arti dan dicemooh. Namun kita tidak putus asa. Malah kami terdorong apabila berjumpa dengan orang-orang Melayu Islam kita yang cekal menghadapi cabaran hidup, rajin berusaha dan tidak pernah mengaku kalah. Kejayaan mereka disokong oleh sistem meritokrasi yang mengiktiraf kerja keras dan sumbangan individu. Kejayaan mereka membuktikan bahawa sokongan pemerintah PAP dan masyarakat mampu tingkatkan taraf hidup kita semua. Saya tidak akan berhenti berjuang untuk warga Singapura dan gigih mengejar impian mereka seperti contoh-contoh yang ada di sekeliling kita. Saya akui bahawa masyarakat kita menghadapi cabaran, tetapi begitu juga masyarakat yang lain. Yang lebih penting ialah bagaimana kita berusaha untuk mengatasi cabaran tersebut. Ada isu-isu yang memerlukan lebih banyak masa untuk diatasi. Saya pasti anda juga akur tentang hakikat ini. Sesiapa yang berkata sebaliknya, mereka sebenarnya bohong. Yang pasti, pencapaian masyarakat Islam sepanjang 50 tahun adalah satu yang harus kita sangat banggakan dan bersyukur. Ia berkat kerjasama antara pemerintah PAP dan orang Melayu yang bermula dengan golongan perintis kita. Mereka percaya bahawa pemerintah sentiasa memelihara keprihatinan rakyat. Kami juga pastikan Singapura aman dan selamat dengan masyarakat berbelang kaum kita hidup dalam harmoni. Semua ini adalah mutu hidup negara dunia pertama hanya dalam 50 tahun. Pencapaian ini bukan satu yang mudah. Pemerintah PAP perlu mengharungi pelbagai rintangan untuk mengatasinya. Namun, kami ada pasukan yang cekap, berwibawa dan bersemangat untuk berjuang demi kepentingan orang Melayu dan masa depan Singapura. Ini termasuk calon-calon Melayu PAP yang baru yang berdedikasi. Kami ada rancangan untuk menjadikan Singapura lebih hebat dari 50 tahun lalu. Dari itu, kami memohon sokongan anda untuk memilih kami supaya kita dapat bekerjasama dan kami dapat sempurnakan rancangan-rancangan kami demi meningkatkan mutu hidup anda dan anak anda. Sokonglah kami untuk masa depan yang lebih cerah. Undilah PAP kerana kami akan sentiasa bersama anda, untuk anda, demi Singapura. Majulah PAP. My fellow Singaporeans, we are now in the final stretch of this general election. This Friday, we go to the polls. and we have an important decision to make. We will have to decide who will be able to work with Singaporeans to make Singapore a home. Who will safeguard our future and bring Singapore to greater success? Who is the best team for the job? As you think about these important questions, I will tell you why you should vote for the PAP. Throughout these general elections, many first-time candidates have shared why they have decided to join their parties and enter politics. This is my 5th general election, and I would like to share you my story. I grew up in a large family of 9 brothers and sisters. Growing up, nobody ever walked alone. All of us pitched in, helping my mother and my grandmother to cook and other chores around the house. The older siblings would support the younger ones, helping them with the schoolwork. We all helped each other progress through each stage of life. No one was left behind. Growing up, we did not have much means. But I'm grateful that all 9 of us were given the opportunity in this country to succeed in our own way. As a young man, I got involved in community service. I joined organizations like Jamia, Muiz, Mendaki, and the Association of Muslim Professionals. The idea of helping one another, of giving to those who have less, have always been a part of me. It is who I am. And so when the opportunity came to join politics, because I wanted to help people at the national level, I decided to jump in. It has been my privilege, friends, to serve my residents and my country. And I believe my colleagues and I can continue to contribute to society and make a difference to people's lives. For I believe that Singapore must be a place where no one is left behind, where everyone has the opportunity to do well in life. Residents of Jalan Besar, for the past 18 years, I have been working with the grassroots and volunteers to serve you and your families. And the last 4 years, I have visited every family in Kolam Air. And in the last 9 days, my colleagues and I have revisited every household. My team and I have been walking the ground, gathering feedback, and acting on your concerns. And we will continue to do so because that is how we can understand your needs. We are always thinking, planning, working on ways to make Jalan Besar a better home for all of us. So just look around you and you can see that there are many new facilities and services that we've introduced. You may have seen that I was on bus 140. It wasn't the first time I took the bus. I've taken the bus several times because it was a service that everybody wanted. Jalan Besar is a mature estate, and it's important that we upgrade the facilities, the infrastructure, transport services. Upgrading not for the sake of upgrading, but to improve the quality of life of our residents. We work to make it easier for our seniors to move around. You've heard what Lilinyo said that she's doing in Kereta Air Kim Seng. And we will strive to make it more convenient for families to get to school and work. And we seek to make Jalan Besar a tight-knit community where everyone enjoys coming home, where children can grow up safe and happy. That is why we have a master plan for the next 5 years to make Jalan Besar our kampung in the city. The PAP is about action, meaningful, carefully thought out action that works for your benefit for the sake of all Singaporeans. So just as we have a master plan for Jalan Besar, the PAP also has plans for Singapore. Plans that will be put into action. Without a doubt, I can tell you, we are forward-looking, and Denise has outlined some of those programs that the PAP government have introduced. We have schemes and initiatives that help Singaporeans to prepare for the future. We have long-term programs to cater to the future needs of Singaporeans. We will ensure that this little red dot continues to work and that we will have a future. That was how our founding PAP leaders and our pioneer generation built Singapore. And with your support, we will continue to build on that legacy of integrity, pragmatic leadership, and visionary planning to provide opportunities for all Singaporeans. Not just for the next 5 years, but for future generations of Singaporeans. Friends, good governance is not about making empty promises based on the populist wish list, pursuing ideals with no consideration of current realities, or fiery speeches, which are all talk but no action. Good leadership is not about enthralling voters with a fantasy that you can have it all, that there are no trade-offs, no hard work involved in nation building. Compassion and empathy are not just about giving handouts, but about giving people a leg up. Democracy is not about giving people all the freedom to do what they like, but creating the conditions that allow us to deliberate and figure how to improve people's lives. My fellow Singaporeans, the needs of Singaporeans today are very different from those 50 years ago. We recognize that. Changing circumstances, trade-offs, unexpected consequences are all part and parcel of governing. We will review and adjust policies and programs, but what has not changed is the PAP's fundamental and enduring values of honesty and integrity, of having a clean and corrupt-free government, and looking after the interests of every Singaporean. The government has been listening to you, trying to understand your worries and challenges, and working with you to address your changing needs and expectations. And in the midst of all these challenges and changes, I can sincerely tell you the PAP is deeply committed to one simple guiding principle. Whatever we do must ultimately improve the quality of life of Singaporeans and be for the good of Singapore's future. The PAP firmly believes that the success of our democracy depends on having a shared understanding and a vision of what we stand for as a nation. And we cannot arrive at such a consensus in an atmosphere where people filter all arguments through ideological lenses that disregard the wider national or international context in which we live in. There is a tendency to want more and more, and wanting them faster and faster. But good faith, consideration, and the engagement on the different points of view take time. We cannot afford to be seduced by the idea that there are no consequences to every action that we take. My fellow Singaporeans and residents of Jalan Besar, to work for the interests of Singapore, we need your strong support. We cannot do this alone. This year, we rightly celebrated our past achievements, but the work is not done. Far from it. All of us need to work together to lead Singapore to a better future. We will build on the achievements and the advantages that our leaders have given us to bring greater opportunities to you and to Singapore. The PAP government will continue to do its best to hear your views, understand your needs, and to create the conditions for you to follow your dreams. We will work with you to construct our national policies so that no one will be denied opportunities because of his or her background. We will put our hearts and our minds into helping every community to push forward. We will continue this journey of building a better Singapore for all. My fellow Singaporeans and residents of Jalan Besar, this general election is an important election. You are voting for political leaders who will take you and Singapore into the future. Leon Pereira of the WP says that this election is about the PAP. I agree with him. The WP's campaign has been all about the PAP and not the WP. They talk about not being frightened because the PAP will remain in power and do the heavy lifting. Indeed, the WP argues that they are empowering you by weakening the PAP. My friends, their story is about the PAP because they have nothing to show for the 4 years they have been in Parliament. The WP is like the blue sky. It turns into the night sky in Parliament, sleeping away. Friends, they are empowering themselves and not you. Friends, don't be fooled by their excuses. It does not take 20 MPs to table a motion or a bill. It takes only one MP and a lot of guts and gumption to move a motion and a bill. So you don't need 20 MPs to do that. You need one very good, very dedicated MP. So my fellow Singaporeans, the WP are empowering themselves. So vote for the PAP, not just because of our track record, but because you believe in providing opportunities for all, because you want to build a united Singapore where we can work together for our future, where we will take care of one another. We are with you, for Singapore. So come 11 September, vote the PAP!